Across the cold and endless highlands, where sharp winds sweep over ancient stone and snow settles quietly across the mountains, a solitary Pallas's cat sits motionless among the rocks. His thick fur rises softly in the freezing air, blending perfectly into the grey wilderness around him. At first glance, he seems almost unreal, like a small creature carved directly from the mountain itself. Calm, round, silent, and strangely comforting, he carries a stillness so complete that even the wind seems to slow down around him. Tonight, beside the soft crackling glow of a fireplace, let us walk quietly into the hidden life of the Pallas's cat. In his unmoving gaze and patient existence, there is a kind of peace that asks for nothing from the world. A peace that does not chase attention, victory, or speed. A peace that simply exists. Far above forests and cities, the highlands are harsh and unforgiving. The air is thin. The winters are merciless. Every creature that survives here must learn how to endure loneliness, silence, and endless cold. Yet the Pallas's cat does not fight against this world with aggression or force. Instead, he survives through calmness. He has mastered the art of remaining still. While other creatures rush desperately across the landscape searching for warmth or safety, he waits quietly between the stones. His body remains perfectly motionless, his wide eyes gently observing the shifting world around him. Snow falls across his fur. The winds howl against the cliffs. Yet he barely moves. In that silence, there is no panic. No frustration. No wasted energy. The mountain has taught him something many humans forget. Not every problem must be chased. Not every storm must be resisted. Sometimes survival means becoming still enough to let chaos pass around you. The Pallas's cat lives close to the earth. He does not seek grand territories or endless possessions. A narrow space between rocks is enough for him. A patch of sunlight resting across cold stone is enough. In a world obsessed with more, he survives with less, and somehow appears more complete because of it. His thick coat protects him from the brutal cold, but it is not only his body that has adapted to the highlands. His spirit has as well. Over countless winters, he has learned patience deeper than silence itself. He understands that rushing through life only exhausts the soul. So he moves slowly, carefully, with absolute awareness of every step. When he walks across the rocky slopes, his paws barely make a sound. He pauses often, lifting his round face toward the distant horizon as though listening to secrets carried by the wind. There is wisdom in those pauses. He knows that the world reveals itself only to those willing to be quiet enough to notice. Many people see the Pallas's cat and smile at his strange expression. His wide eyes and flattened face give him a permanently serious yet oddly gentle appearance, as if he has already seen everything life could possibly offer and decided none of it is worth unnecessary panic. There is something deeply comforting about him. He does not pretend to be fearless. He simply refuses to waste himself on anxiety. At night, when the temperature drops even further and frost spreads across the mountain stones, the Pallas's cat curls tightly into himself. His tail wraps around his body like a blanket, shielding him from the bitter cold. Hidden among the rocks, he becomes almost invisible. In those quiet moments beneath the stars, he appears less like a predator and more like a peaceful spirit resting inside the mountain. The silence of the highlands is unlike any other silence in the world. It is not empty. It is full of space to breathe, space to think, space to simply exist without pressure. The Pallas's cat belongs perfectly to that silence. He does not try to fill it with noise. He allows it to hold him gently. There were storms he survived that would have destroyed weaker creatures. Endless winters that buried entire valleys beneath snow. Long nights where food was scarce and the cold crept into every corner of the mountains. Yet through all of it, he remained what he had always been. Calm. Watchful. Unshaken. Perhaps that is why people feel drawn to him. In a world that constantly demands movement, performance, and urgency, the Pallas's cat reminds us of something ancient and necessary. Rest is not weakness. Quietness is not failure. Slowness is not falling behind. Sometimes strength looks like sitting peacefully upon a stone while the storm passes overhead. As dawn slowly rises across the highlands, pale golden light spills over the snowy peaks. The Pallas's cat opens his eyes and stretches lazily beneath the morning sun. Tiny crystals of frost fall from his fur and disappear into the wind. Once again, he sits silently among the rocks, watching the waking world with those deep, thoughtful eyes. He asks for nothing. He proves nothing. And yet his existence alone feels grounding, like a steady heartbeat hidden beneath the chaos of life. Maybe that is the lesson he leaves behind for those who are tired. You do not need to run endlessly to deserve peace. You do not need to carry every burden forever. Sometimes healing begins the moment you stop fighting the world and allow yourself to simply rest within it. Tonight, as the fire grows softer and the world outside becomes quiet, imagine yourself beside him upon that cold mountain stone. The wind is gentle now. The stars above are endless. There is no pressure to hurry anywhere. No need to explain yourself to anyone. Only stillness remains. And somewhere among the ancient rocks of the highlands, the little Pallas's cat closes his eyes beneath the snow, breathing slowly and peacefully as the entire mountain settles into sleep around him.